Everybody, this is Ingrid Kerzinger, and I'm doing live readings today every Tuesday at 1 o'clock Central Time. And if you want to ask your questions, I am here to help. I'm doing a little shuffling right now. I don't normally do tarot card readings when I'm doing work with clients, but I do like to do them for when I do online readings like this. It can be very helpful in focusing, grounding, and of course it just brings on more, it's not just the card, it's the energy, and it can help. It's like a little button I push when I see the card. It helps me to focus a little bit. So I'm going to start by doing a card reading for this week, just kind of the energy this week. Hi Laura, how are you? It's always weird I talking to people that I don't see and can't really talk back, so I just like to say hello. All right, so this is for this week, the 6th of summer. You can see that. Children or childhood, the return of people or romances from your past, remembering events differently in a better or worse light than how they really occurred. One thing I find about memories, experiences, is that we really do all have a different viewpoint, different perspectives. So when something happens, what we remember really doesn't have so much to do with the event that took place as much as it has to do with how we felt, how we were impacted by it. So when people argue about, no, it happened this way or it happened that way, the truth is there's really no way to say exactly how it happened because we all have our own experiences, our own perspectives. So it's really important, I think, to remember that this week when you have anything that happens this week, to be mindful about your reaction to it, be mindful about how it makes you feel as opposed to the event itself, because the significance of any event is really how it impacts you, right? How it makes you feel, or how it might change you or inspire you or move you, or it may even lead to other things that you do in the future. So I think it's important to focus more on how you're feeling when something happens as opposed to the actual event, because they all, of course, all the events are happening for us. All right, hi guys, hi Charlene and Letty. I'm so sorry to hear that, Letty, about your son. I don't do, like I wrote on there, I don't do the mediumship readings online because those are too personal. This is a public forum, so I just try to stick to any other kind of questions outside of talking to the dead. But feel free to book a session with me and we can do that privately at any time. I would be happy to do that for you. I will pull cards today, so if you guys want me to do a mini reading for you, I would be happy to do that. The other thing about what I was talking about earlier, to understand the significance of our childhood and the innocence that comes with that, the feeling that we had once that over time kind of dissipated, or to kind of bring that back. Bring back that innocence, bring back that playfulness, to have more fun, have more joy, abandon. I remember I used to love, if I saw a green grassy little hill, I would have to roll down it. And it's hard to think of doing that now, but things like that. I mean, just running through a field or picking flowers or doing something that will really make you feel in touch with your childhood again, can be really awesome and inspiring and helpful in order to bring back your awe and innocence and move away from what might feel like fear and not feeling very comfortable with a situation or where you're at right now. I think that bringing back that childhood feeling is really, it can be so helpful to play, splash around in the water, jump in the ocean, and maybe just feel grass on your feet and just enjoy that. Enjoy just having this wonderful childhood experience again. It can really bring back some of those good memories from childhood that you want to keep alive. You guys can ask your questions whenever you like. I'm pulling cards and answering questions today, so if you have any for me, just let me know. So I'm pulling another card. Hi, Patty. Happy Tuesday. And Letty, that's great. Hopefully I will talk to you soon. So the other thing I'm doing right now, I pulled a card for the week, but I'm also going to pull this card for the situation. A lot of us are still dealing with the pandemic, and it's affecting a lot of people's lives. So I like to pull a card while this is going on as well, to get kind of a more global, bigger picture. This one is Three of Winter. Let me show you that. Reach out to others for comfort and love. You will grow stronger from the situation. Sadness that will heal with time. I think that's really important. I think that's succinct. I think right now a lot of people are reaching out more than usual. They're reaching out to others in a more profound way because we're all feeling very trapped and stuck. And I think that more than ever right now we are needing to connect with others, and in a deeper way. I think a lot of that superficial stuff is kind of fallen away because we're longing to be told everything's going to be okay. We're longing for a connection that is meaningful, and realizing that these serious situations, life is short and unpredictable, and that it's important that we say what we need to say to those that we love right now. Patty, okay, I'm in a bit of a funk lately, not feeling well physically or mentally. Will this pass soon? All right, let me tune into that. Okay. So I got the 10 of Spring for you, Patty, and it says to ask for help from others. All work and no play, being weighed down by too many responsibilities. I think it's important to find something fun to do, something that is more enjoyable and creative, and is going to give you a little bit of playtime. And I would say do that every day a little bit. I keep feeling like, you working with your hands, like making jewelry or creating something, so that it's like fun and just kind of meditative, and you can just kind of get into that for a little while every day and just feel relaxed and joyful. And asking from help from others, I think that's kind of important right now too. And I think, just asking me on here, that's obviously a good way to go. And I feel like also maybe somebody that you trust in your life to go ahead and ask, whatever it is that you need. If there's something that you need specifically, I feel like you have supportive people that are kind of in the wings that would help if you ask them to. So just try that. Try asking for something, and maybe even if it's a lunch date or you know, a play date of some sort where you go out and have a glass of wine or go just hang out in somebody's backyard and talk. I feel like right now it's really important for you to find that kind of connection, find friendship. I think you've been too isolated as far as maybe not even really connecting with people that may fulfill you more. They may help you. Hopefully that helps. But I do feel like you're just kind of lonely, and I think there's people that would love to connect with you. Hi everybody. Hi Wendy. Hi Christina. Hope everybody is doing well today. It is getting warmer, and we better enjoy the last of spring before it becomes a nice hot Texas summer. I myself love spring and fall. Not too fond of the extreme weather conditions though, like winter and summer. All right, thanks Patty. I'm glad we've had a similar conversation. That's right. I think that you're just needing that stuff. But that card definitely said it all. You're welcome. Hi Sandra. Yeah, messages for you. Definitely. I've just pulled a card for you. I didn't realize it was in my hand, so we're going to use this. I knew there was another reading. I just wasn't sure who yet. This is the Moon. I love the Moon card. Powerful intuitive epiphanies. Letting go of worry and fear. Understanding the truth of the situation. And I think that definitely takes some intuition, some, connection with that divine God source. I feel like you have that. I feel like you know things are going to be okay. You have a strong faith. And I think that right now you're having some powerful changes in your belief system or how you're feeling about the universe and spiritually. So I think there's been some good changes, and it's just, I guess, telling you to kind of let go of the last bits of doubt that you may have, both in your ability but also in the fact that you are completely loved and connected, and you will continue to be supported and protected through your life, and keep doing your wonderful thing, your intuitive work, and taking care of people and being that loving empath that you are. I feel like it's just important for you to continue to do what you've been doing, and that it's not going unnoticed by those who love you. All right. Yeah, as for me, I don't know if you guys know, I've been doing a podcast. I just did my 4th one today. It's going to be out later today. But I've been doing weekly podcasts, and I would love you guys to check them out. They are, it's in the grid, and they're basically just wonderful podcasts about, I have guests on that we channel together. We talk about some amazing subjects and, the climate right now as far as how everything is going for humanity, but also, channeling wisdom and talking about things like metaphysics and moving from religion into spirituality and all of the great things that are on our minds right now. And I've had some amazing guests, so please check out my podcasts. I do post on Facebook the links to those. And if you don't have them, a couple of my books, make sure you go to Amazon and get those. I don't know if you know about my last book. My very first book, Reason to Smile. My first book is actually very fun too. It's got a couple things in there that you don't see in my other books, but they're all on Amazon. The Psychic Way, Words of Hope, and A Reason to Smile. Or you just look up my name on Amazon. You'll see all of that stuff. But yeah, we just did a bunch of construction in my house. Construction as in we did some renovations, and everything is it's been all kind of this upheaval, physical upheaval, and for, almost 2 months. And it's been feeling really good. I feel like there's a lot of changes have been happening, and it's really fun to see them on the outside as well as on the inside. When you see that there's some great inner work being done, it's always that there's something going on the outside that just reminds you that it's happening, and that's pretty exciting. Oh, and you're welcome, Sandra. I'm glad that you are on today. Thank you, everybody, for coming on and asking your questions. So I pulled another card, and this one is an answer to a question you may not have asked yet. A new emotional experience, invitations, compassionate friends to share with. And I feel like right now it's really important to recognize in your life right now, in general, for everyone, recognize the people that are really supportive, people that are there in your life right now that are helpful, and thank them, tell them. Because I think that there's so much where we have friends and then we have acquaintances, we have people that we don't know that well, or people that kind of watch us, like, on Facebook you might have 1,000 friends and the same 3 people always like your post. So it's like you have friends, but then you have, friends that are just acquaintances. And I don't know why I'm not saying that word right today. And anyway, I think it's important that we pay attention to those people that are in our life, that are really there for us and are giving support and love and cheer you on when good things happen, and are there to listen when you need support. I think that having gratitude and letting them know that that is important to you, that that's something that they're doing and that it's not going unnoticed, I think that can go a long way. I feel like most of the time we give a lot and we don't really get any feedback for that. And then we feel depleted. And I think hearing that feedback, it's important to realize you need to give it too. You need to give other people feedback and say, you know what, thank you. Thank you for being in my life. Thank you for being supportive, for listening all those times I complained. Letting them know that they're important to you. And it just builds that relationship. And it also reinforces the fact that you need that. It reinforces the fact that you need to support yourself and give gratitude to yourself and say, hey, you know what? You've been doing pretty good. You're still moving forward. You're still here. You got up this morning. Good job. And I think that verbally just saying thank you to people and appreciating them is a great way to practice the self-love as well. And I think that we all need that. We all need to hear that. We all need to feel that. Brandy, yes, I hope that was helpful for you, because I feel like a lot of us just, we don't think about those things. It's like maybe inside, in our heart or in our head, we're appreciative, but we don't always say it. And it's kind of like you put on a pretty dress and you're like, oh, I feel pretty. But then somebody sees you and go, wow, you look beautiful. It's like, thank you. Like you might have felt pretty already, but to have somebody say it, it makes a big difference, and it makes you feel seen. And I know that in my work as a psychic, a lot of times my readings have a lot more to do with giving someone one-on-one time, seeing that person, caring about that person, being there for that person. And I think we all lack that. We all lack being seen and given that attention, especially in this day and age with all this technology, and every second we have to look at our phone, or we just become all ADD. I don't know. It's harder for us to focus on each other and give ourselves that moment to really just look in each other's eyes or to listen. So make sure you're doing that for other people. I do believe what you give out, you get back. And if anything, it makes you feel better that you were able to do something kind for someone else. All right, Wendy, wondering if you have a message for my wife, Angelina. She is literally going through a lot emotionally and spiritually. Okay, I did pull this card for my next question. This is the World. A brilliant success, the freedom to go in any direction, a journey that is now complete. So what I feel from that is that she may be going through something right now because something is finished, something that a journey that she's been on for so long may have ended. But she has a freedom now to go in a whole nother direction. When you start a new cycle in your life, a new phase, there's still a grieving process because you're kind of walking away from something or letting go of something, even if it's just the way that you used to be, the old you, moving into a new phase. So it's really important to go through those feelings and allow those feelings to be there and, you know, say, yes, this is a transitional time and it's okay to feel this way. This card tells me that she has so much potential to do things in this world, be successful, and I think it has a lot to do with magic inside her, creativity, but I think she has leadership ability too. And I feel like right now she just really needs to let go and let God. That's one of my favorite sayings. But basically just open her heart up, open herself up to be divinely guided. We tend to suffer when we're cut off from that source, when we don't feel connected to God and we try to control everything ourselves. That's when we really feel pain in our lives. But when we're connected, when we open up and say, how can I be of service? What can I do to serve the greater purpose for me and for others? It is then that we start to feel connected again. It is then when we become guided and we don't feel suffering and we start doing exactly what we're meant to do. So I think she just needs that right now, just to open up and be ready, because a new phase is starting for her and it's going to be pretty amazing. And it's going to be a slow start to it over this next year, but she's going to feel it. She'll feel the momentum. She's going to have supportive people come in to help give her opportunities and keep that going. So don't worry, it's going to pick up. It's going to be amazing. Hi, Marty. How are you? Do you have a general read? What is coming around in the next month? I can do that for you. Let's see what the card has. Renewal. Review the past and the present so you can plan a bright new future. Understanding your life purpose, releasing judgments of yourself and others. When I read into this, I feel like there's been a lot of self-criticism or doubt for you. I feel like it's really important for you to kind of shed the last of that, to let go of that, and to be ready for the new things that are coming for you. I feel like there's still something left for you to do, and maybe you're not sure what that is yet, but it is something that I feel once you do that, then you're going to be able to move on. I feel like writing is important right now. I don't know if you're working on another book, Marty, but you should. I feel like this book has more to do with your spiritual journey, your incorporating more of your life, your childhood, the things that you've gone through, and talking about transformation, your transformation. But I feel like it has a lot more to do with emotional levels, other things, experiences that led you here. Almost like a prequel to your other book. But I feel like you're at a precipice right now. Something big is going to happen for you. And review the past and the present so you can plan a future. And I feel like that's what the writing is about. Writing more about your past, writing about things that have been, so that you can reevaluate you can kind of draw from those experiences that you've maybe forgot about a lot of them, and just kind of draw the energy back from that and bring it back to yourself so you can use it moving forward to use as building blocks. That's the message I'm getting from there. Hopefully that's helpful. Hi guys, you're welcome, Wendy. Hopefully that was helpful. Hi Kamer and Roberts and everybody else that's on. I appreciate you guys. Hi Peggy, support our friends, definitely. Making sure I didn't miss anybody here. Marty, you started writing but stopped. Wrong subject, feelings. Okay. And as a writer, I know you write what you know. And I feel like it's important for you to dig deep in there and pull out some things from that old treasure chest. Just start writing about some memories that come up from childhood and young adulthood, stories that should be told, stories that people will resonate with, you know. And it's going to kind of lead into your current spiritual journey. All right. Hi, Robert. Glad you're here listening for the first time. I just pulled a card for you, and that is Five of Winter. Walk away from dishonest associates, realizing that what you thought you wanted isn't the best choice for your happiness, something that's not worth the effort. I feel like for Robert, if you're listening, this is just a card talking about you going on your own path and maybe breaking away from some people or work that isn't serving you anymore or serving you right now. I feel like you have a lot of your own talent, a lot of things that you can do on your own, that you don't necessarily need people that may think that that you need them, that you really don't. And I feel like you have all of the resources at your fingertips, and if you want to do something different, you can. And I feel like supportive people will come in to help you with that, give you the opportunities. It's just about opening up to that idea and just kind of letting it happen, being open to it. I do feel like you have to let go of some people though right now. I think that there's a certain loyalty that you have that can sometimes, you know, be wasted on those who don't deserve it. So make sure that you are putting effort into the right people, and that you say no or let go of some people that maybe are not worth it, so that you make room for new ones. It's kind of like taking the weeds out so that the flowers can grow better. They need room, so you kind of have to thin the pack, thin the herd. I don't know what the term is for that. Well, Robert, sounds like you're doing selling your house and moving away from everyone. All right. Well, you are walking away from things. I think this is a really good thing for you. It's exciting. Thank you, Marty. You're an amazing, beautiful soul too. I appreciate that. I want to read that book, so get started. Yeah, come here. Aren't you my cousin? I don't know how to say your name right, but you have Kata's in your last name, so I know you're my husband's cousin. All right, Two of Winter. This is for you. Come here. Indecision is holding you back. Make the choice that's best for you rather than trying to please others. Feeling trapped between the intellectual and the emotional. That's a tough one. Yeah, it feels like this may have to do with between maybe your family and like something that you want deep down, something you really want. And trying to make that choice is hard, trying to find balance, trying to make everybody happy, which is nearly impossible. But I think it's important you don't compromise your happiness. I think it's important that you do what makes you happy, because I feel like that in the long run, that's going to make the people that care about you happy, to see you happy. I feel like there's a diplomatic way to do it. I see music though, and I don't know if that's something that's a hobby of yours that you enjoy but you never took seriously, but I do feel like music's important, whether it's to uplift you, to feed your soul, to give you that meditation time. Everybody has something that they need that recharges them, but I also feel like you could very much go into music if you wanted to. I just don't know that that's something that you're gonna feel is practical. I've been talking nonstop for half an hour. I need a little drink. So I pulled another card for you just to maybe find something a little more helpful there. Come here. It's King of Summer, honorable, devoted, mature, warm-hearted, and a romantic partner you can trust. Getting involved in a cultural or creative endeavor. I feel like it's important for you to keep your circle small. A romantic partner you can trust, that's really awesome. But I also feel like it's important that you have just one or two people in your life that you know that you can trust them to give you honest advice, to tell you exactly what they think or see. And that's going to help you a lot in your success and moving in the right direction. But don't listen to just everybody, because everyone has their own agenda. So just make sure you're listening to someone who you know has a pure intention for you, and they won't steer you wrong. All right, guys, I'm going to wrap it up. I really appreciate you guys coming on, and remember to go on and find my books. All three of them are on Amazon. The Psychic Way and Words of Hope and A Reason to Smile. I appreciate you guys, and if you want to say thank you, put a review on my Readings by Ingrid page on Facebook, or share, comment, like, whatever you can do. I appreciate it, and check me out on readingsbyingrid.com if you guys want a session one-on-one. So, all right, great, everybody. I'm glad you enjoyed, and I'll talk to you guys next week. Bye.